Welcome to the live show. Finally, it's working. Yesterday I had another issue with YouTube not allowing me to stream, and it was quite annoying. I then proceeded to go on to Twitch, and though it worked, only one person showed up. Hello, Raj. How are you doing this morning? Or, hold on. Where you are, let me take a guess. Is it like 3 or 4 o'clock? Or no, in the afternoon? I know it's not nighttime where you are. Yeah, it's the afternoon. What time is it right now where you are? Yeah, I was on Twitch yesterday because, like I said, YouTube just wouldn't let me stream. So it was very frustrating. Wow, Outlaw Mason. Outlaw Mason. Are you in Australia? And yes, I'm not just going to be talking, but this is a short stream in that I wanted to test it. I wanted to see who was awake. I wanted to make sure this was actually working. Like I said, YouTube has been a little bit weird lately where I haven't really been able to stream sometimes, and it's nothing wrong with my like actual account or anything like that. It's 213, eh? Yeah, so what it is you're 2 hours behind in number, but it's the opposite of me if it's AM or PM. So if it's like 6 o'clock in the morning here, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon where you are. But yeah, anyhow, I wanted to try something. Got something in my eye. There we go. I am a little bit tired too. All right, let's do this. I started doing something a little different in American Truck Simulator, driving trucks that are like much longer, much heavier. So I wanted to see. Hold on a second. There we go. I like literally. Well, no, that's not true. I guess I've been up for almost an hour. But I do have some cleaning to do, some working out to do. So take a look at this bad boy right here. Notice the 3 axles instead of just a 2. And I've got the big, massive cab as well. So that's what's different. Like this truck is just, it's a mammoth. It's just absolutely insane. And I think I'm going to purchase my first trailer. So I'm kind of excited about that. You can have a flatbed, you can have container carriers, wooden lowboy, typical cargo. It even tells you what goes on here, like containers and tanks, heavy machinery and high cargo, general dry goods, construction equipment and materials. I don't know what kind of trailer you would put cars on, if there's anybody still in here. Logs, beams, and tubes. Well, this one's pretty obvious what you're going to put in there. Bulk feed material, light food goods. Great. Oh yeah, look at that double axle construction equipment and materials. That could be challenging if you ever had to back up. Heavy machinery and high cargo. Yeah, anything with the double pivot point, it's almost impossible to back up with that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. How the hell would you even? Yeah, screw that. It's a shame that I can't buy the one where you can carry cars. I don't know if it would be this heavy machinery and just high cargo. You know what? I'm gonna go with this one. Let's customize it. I don't assume that there's a lot. Oh boy. Yeah, no. That's a nightmare. We're not doing the double. Yeah, we're gonna start off with a single. Oh, that's interesting. Like the middle part. I don't know why that would matter, but that's an upgrade, especially if you have it aluminum. 45 foot. Ah, okay. 50 foot, 3 axles. This is probably boring for most people, but that's why it's in the title. But yeah, I don't think Outlaw Mason's still in here. But I was curious to know if he was in Australia. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do between these two. This would allow for heavier cargo. That's the idea with that. It's an extra 5 foot. Let's just start with the short again. It's not like I can't ever customize it. And then, of course, you can custom color. You can literally pick whatever color you want, which is kind of nice because I'm all about options, right? I mean, that might look silly, but for some people, they may appreciate that paint job. And looks like we might actually be. Oh, okay. If it wasn't too personal, by the way, I was just curious, like what continent you were on. Wooden deck. Oh, that's kind of interesting. I don't know what purpose that would serve versus just like, I feel like this looks nicer, but this looks interesting because you might actually be able to put something on top there. Well, let's try that one. I can always go to a garage and fix it. Oh, that's interesting. Well, at least to me it is. Yeah, no, we're going to get rid of that mud flaps on that platform. Looks awful. Doesn't look like that would make much sense. No, add a little extra light. $1,200 for that. There we go. Another wooden deck. Like that. That's the more expensive option. And we're finally... Oh, nice. Really? That's cool. I had another... I forget his name because it's been a while. He used to watch me in the beginning about a year ago. And then he just stopped tuning in. It happens. And he was from South Africa, I think near Johannesburg. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was very interesting. Now, let me see if I can speed this up a little bit. I know this looks trivial. I'll probably never even notice it, but if I ever do photo mode, that's where I'll notice it the most. Exclusive chrome. We've already done that. Let's change the tires to Vortex. I don't know if that actually makes a difference from a statistical standpoint, but I would assume there would be something. Wide load? No, we won't put any of that. Okay, that's cool. We can do that or this, which is the more expensive option. I wish you could get rid of the mud flaps altogether. Like, why am I forced to have that? Anyhow, we'll confirm. 80 grand. 80 grand. US for this trailer. Oh, you. Now I get it. See? Now that I see your profile picture. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, Sean, that's who I'm talking about. Do you guys, like, know each other? Like in the real world, I mean? Yeah, YouTube is working now. Yeah. Now, let's see if I can put that wood and aluminum. I was tempted to buy Utah or Colorado. I feel like Utah would be nice, not that Colorado isn't, because I'm thinking it would be along that line of geographically speaking. It would be a pretty nice place to visit. Again, not saying this one isn't, but this one you've got like a lot of mountains and stuff, and I don't mind mountains, but I think Utah's a little bit flatter. It's a little bit more like Nevada and Arizona, right? Just because people, humans, decided to put that line there. It's not like if you went from this section here to that section there, all of a sudden you'd be like, wait a second, this doesn't quite feel like Nevada anymore, right? Like obviously, gradiently, it would change over time. Thank you. Oh, this is American Truck Simulator. Nothing too overly exciting for most people, and I get that, but at least it's appropriately titled in the title. And just bear with me here. I'm kind of new at this part. I've never bothered buying a trailer before. Do you really want to buy? What is it? Store it in the garage. Yes. Congrats, the trailer has been purchased and will be stored. You can access it from the trailer manager. Okay, cool. So we'll go to trailer manager. Really? These are. I don't. Oh. Well, whatever. I got money. Oh, I already had one. Not the end of the world. Use. There we go. Do you really want to use the wooden aluminum lowboy trailer? It will be spawned in your garage. Yes. The selected trailer is waiting for you in your garage in La Cruces, if that's how you even, pronounce that. So let me back out of this so I can actually get to some gameplay. That thing I was saying I was going to do. So this is a new truck again. It's very similar to the one I normally have, but it's got the cab. It's much longer. We've got 3 axles in the back instead of 2. So that's a huge thing. And now I'm going to do truck manager. No. I'm going to do garage manager. And I'm going to do map view because I'm in Arizona and I'm going to fast travel to there. See? Travel. Do you want a quick travel? Yes. There we go. Now I can hook up my trailer and finally get to a little bit of gameplay. Sorry, let me... It's not raining no more. There we go. High beam, low beam. Turn off the beacon lights. Okay, this is why I was kind of excited here. This is what I wanted to show you. See how long that is? It's got 3 axles in the back. Like, this truck is effing long. It's a new truck that I bought, $250,000 US. And this is where my trailer is, by the way. I'm just being honest, I'm almost 100 hours into the game. I'm not too sure how to hook up the trailer. That's... Oh boy. Not too sure how that works. I thought maybe I would pull up in my garage and it would just magically show up. I really have no idea. So that's what I'm going to try and figure out. Press the following. No, I don't. Do I want to rest? I mean, it'll end up being... Well, maybe. Whatever. Oh, boy. Oh, that's interesting. These symbols. Anyways, I have a trailer, excuse me, in here. Yeah, this one. No, I don't want to dismiss it. I want to use it. How the F do I do that? You don't know him in person, but we became friends after the stream and played online for a bit. Okay, so it wasn't just me then. That's what happened to me. I thought he got mad at me because he added me to PSN. And his mic sucked. And I was streaming and I was like, Sean, no offense, man. You're really cool. But I was like, I'm streaming. I get it. There's only 4 people in here. But I have 4 people that are talking to me in the stream. And I'm streaming. I can't have a one-on-one with him privately on PSN while I'm having my thing. Like, it was just too much. And it was distracting because I was talking. And because there's that 4-second delay, he kept talking over me. And it was just, it made my brain just like overload. I couldn't do it. I was like, dude, I have to get off the chat. No offense. I said, it's nothing against you. Like, I made it very clear. I said, it's annoying. You're not, but the situation is. Because when I talk, it takes about 3 or 4 seconds before you actually hear what I'm about to say. Right? We might be the year 2021, but anyways, let me just dismiss this. Do you really want to store this trailer in the garage? Well, where else is it? Like, apparently my trailer's just sitting out there waiting for me. You know what? Let's go ahead and rest. Oh, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That means it's going to be dark again soon. I don't understand. Apparently my trailer is out. Keep looking. Hey, thank you. How are you doing? Where is... Oh! Oh, it's right there. Look at how long that is. That's insane, eh? Because again, everything past the exhaust, I normally don't have on my other truck that's like that. Right? And then, anyways, I know I keep going on about the same shit. So it might be a little bit more difficult to drive because you have less maneuverability. This is where the game can be challenging sometimes. Because the idea behind this is when you have your own trailer, you can pick the kind of jobs that you want, and that's what I'm really curious to see. Alright, now using only our mirrors, I'm gonna back this shit up. I know it looks simple, but I normally can't even do this. But I was tired of relying on always doing the external view. There we go. That's what that looks like. Not too shabby. Yep. Now we're talking. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty excited I hit 15K. Naturally, the next big one for me is going to be 20. Once I hit 16K, 17K, I'm not going to do the whole like, yay, 16K. It's going to be like 15K, 20K, 25, 30. You know what I mean, right? If I ever somehow got up to the upwards of like 70,000, I don't think I would do one at 75,000. It'd be 70, 80, 90. Do you know what I mean? But anyways, I'll worry about that as time goes on. Job market. This is what's new now. Earn money for your company using your own truck. What about this one? Use your own trailer to deliver a wide assortment of cargo. I've never done this before. So shit on a stick. Look at all those things that I can carry now. Wow, there's a lot of jobs out there. A lot of them are like heavy machinery. That's what I kind of like driving. I'm more into, that kind of stuff. And it doesn't look like an NEK. Oh, that's interesting. A wind turbine. Look at the size of that bastard. I don't know. It's weird, but I prefer carrying heavy machinery like that in trucks than just like a regular trailer with fucking flour in the back. To me, that's kind of boring. And then if we want to ensure that something is near us, well, you look at the map and it's like, hey, I'm over here. So let's pick something that's there so I don't have to, drive 6,000 miles just to go and start the job to begin with. And then it shows us the length of the trip. Yeah, let's do that one. Let's do it. I don't know why, but I'm excited. Take it easy, Llama. Thanks for stopping by. Hello, Optic Gamer 37. Well, depends how you look at it. Is it late or is it early? Welcome to the 15K party. And my new truck. Again, the big cab, the 3 axles in the back, my own trailer. I'm about to get my first job with that trailer. So everything's a lot longer. So look at the left, right? See the left? Almost just about to clip my own trailer into the building. Sometimes people say, where's the challenge in this game? I'll show you where the challenge is. You see that? That's where the challenge is. You want to make sure, you know what I mean? That you take that into consideration. If my truck wasn't as long, by like fucking 10 or 12 feet, it'd be much easier. That's what they mean by it's not as maneuverable, not that it's harder to steer. Anyways. I almost broke my PS5 control playing Return. I'm going to lay off the game for a while. I beat the first boss. Can't beat the second one. The second one is how you get... Sorry. Anyways. Sorry, I'm distracted. The second one is too difficult for me. So I'm kind of chilling from that. Did I even finish my sentence about it depends how you look at it? To me, it's not a late stream. It's an early one because I just woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Which is actually not too far off from when I normally wake up. I just normally don't stream this early. But I feel like I was robbed yesterday. I streamed on Twitch. I posted that I was streaming on Twitch. I streamed for an hour, but like nobody came. So I was like, wow, that's fun. I was like, I was having a party by myself. Can't say that was too entertaining. Go, dipshit, you got the arrow. So this is cool. It's going to be my first job with my own truck and trailer. And with 3 axles and the whole thing. Now here, I think realistically in real life, this is how people would do it. Getting into tight spots is just that. Earn money with your trailer. Yeah, that one. We'll take the job. The cargo is ready to be loaded. Proceed to the loading area. Oh, you're getting ready for work? Cool. What time is it where you are? See what I mean? If that... So, when people say, this game is not challenging, take a look at this. How the hell am I supposed to get in there? If that dude honks one more time, I'm gonna fuck him up. Wow. I might actually have to... This is how complicated this can be. I might actually have to back up. Go out that way. And like do like a bit of a U-turn. Go into that parking lot right there. And then head straight in to pick up my cargo. God damn. Oh boy. I'm in a pickle now. Yeah, see? I'm stuck now. Fuck you. And my steering wheel's turned, so I'm trying to... Uh-huh. Alright, well... I knew this wasn't gonna work out well. But let's see if I can somehow make it. See what I mean? I'm gonna end up clipping the trailer because I can't drive straight through. Right? I'm gonna clip it because it's such a tight corner, so that means when if he honks one more time, I swear to God. Yeah, I cannot get in here. Holy fuck. I'll give him something to honk about. Okay, yeah, you're the same time zone as me. Yeah, see, I can't get in. My trailer's clipping. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just take out your car? Too fucking bad. When you road rage in a virtual game. Alright. Let's compromise. How would we do this in the real world? This is what I would do. Use your environment to your advantage. Look at my mirrors. Make sure everything's cool. See what I'm saying? That's how you do it. Fuck around. To skip the loading of the trailer and start... Oh, please. Oh my god, could you imagine if I was forced to line up my truck like that? With, like, the front, you know, in this direction? There's people that can do that. They would be able to come in. Fuck that. I'm just hitting enter. I'm skipping it. We've seen enough bullshit. There, could you imagine if I had to do that manually? You guys would have been losing your shit. Yeah, sounds good. Wow, even getting out is... That's interesting, eh? Like in real life, that's a really tight fit. But I think you would want to immediately turn to the right as far as you can go. Because you don't have a choice. And then the idea is you want to like donut around. You don't want to just take a sharp corner. I think, like, do you know what I mean? Like from a physics perspective, you would want to go as wide as you possible so that when you do end up turning left, the more room you give yourself, the more room you have for your trailer, as you can see in my left mirror and right mirror. But then you don't want to take too sharp of a turn that you end up bumping. Wow, not too shabby. See what I mean? Bring yourself to the side as much as possible so that you give yourself all that room on the side so that you don't clip your trailer. I don't think there's anybody left in here, but if there is, what's your opinion on Utah or Colorado? Which one do you think would look nicer aesthetically speaking? So those are the mirrors. There we go. Yeah, let me just get rid of it. Make sure my trailer's not clipping again, which it almost is. Oh, wow. I actually have to go on the curb, or I'll clip my trailer. That's wild, eh? And that's not because I'm a noob and I don't know how to drive. That's how long that is. Which is maybe why I normally don't drive these kinds of trucks. But I wanted to challenge myself. Once you're on the big road, obviously it's much easier. There we go. Colorado. Yeah, Colorado is pretty cool. It reminds me of South Park. And then Utah is right next to it. I was maybe thinking of treating myself to a $10 DLC pack. Wyoming is going to be coming up, and then Texas is probably going to be sometime next year. I'm incredibly excited for Texas and Wyoming. All the states, it's more land, more diversity. Yeah, this is actually really cool. Look at that. That's freaking crazy. And the steering wheel again, it just feels so good. So again, you saw how in the beginning it could be pretty slow. Now you see where the, yes, I'm gonna burn the red light. Now you see where the challenge can lie in this game. Because I know sometimes people are like I said earlier, oh, you just step on the gas and turn. That looks like a lot of fun. Where's the challenge in this game? I'm like, don't you worry about the challenge. It's there. But you can skip a lot of it too. That way it's not overly frustrating. North Albuquerque. Yeah, I might have to look up some more footage of Colorado. Like American Truck Simulator's take on Colorado. There we go. Now that we're on the highway, it's a piece of cake. Look at that, eh? Too bad I can't zoom in out more, but that is so cool. And they have a proper photo mode now, so every time I do a delivery, I can do a custom thumbnail for my videos. I can really feel the weight of my truck. Normally I can fly down in this truck at about 160 kilometers, which is 100 miles an hour. With the trailer, massive load, I'm just about cranked to almost 130. So it's about 30 kilometers less an hour, maybe 15 miles an hour less. But I'm climbing, so I might actually even be able to reach that speed I normally reach. 140 kilometers. That's insane. Look at that. Oh man, I love this game. It's just so calming because I'm not using the controller, I'm using the steering wheel. I can drink and drive, like as in my Pepsi, that is. Just for the record, this is not a Coors Light. Had this been 1994, that would have been a different story. There we go, 152 kilometers an hour. That's about 88 miles an hour. Oh boy, you know it's coming. Move out of the way, bitch. It is a video game after all. Gotta have a little bit of fun. Gotta make sure I don't fall off the road doing that. Exactly. But yeah, to me this is just so like relaxing. It's insane. Can't even describe it. 156 kilometers an hour. That's like 94 miles an hour. Let's see if I can hit that 100 mile an hour mark. I would need to go an extra 3 kilometers. Oh, another 2 and I'll make it. But as soon as there's any variation in the road, obviously my speed drops. I feel like I'm on a road trip. I feel like I'm a real trucker and I'm vlogging my road trip and I'm bringing people along for the ride. And if I bump a few cars here and there, it's okay. This is a virtual world. Maybe not the most exciting thing in the world to watch on a stream. I get that. It really depends on what kind of person you are. But that goes for any game, right? Whether it's World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, just driving. But you can see how the game can still be incredibly challenging. That's the puzzle in this game. Oh, there's a small spot. My trailer is such and such a length. Let me scan my environment. Is there a way that maybe I have to drive ahead, do a U-turn, go in a parking lot like I did? You gotta think outside the box, and sometimes figuring out how to get your trip started can sometimes take more time than the trip itself. This part's easy. Where's the challenge in this, right? So. Yeah, I'm totally gonna have to buy an extra state. Because Wyoming is gonna be coming this year. I'll be buying that day one to review it and all that. But between Colorado and Utah, that might be a difficult one. Yeah. And the force feedback in the wheel too, feeling the vibration in the steering wheel. Oh man. In a couple of years, if my channel doesn't go down the toilet, I might treat myself to a higher end steering wheel. Because the force feedback in this one's really, really nice. It's an amazing wheel. Like, it's wow. Where you save on the cost. Uh-oh, we won't make it. That was a close one. Sounds good. I gotta pay attention here. I believe this is the right one. So the steering wheel, when I turn it, you feel the force feedback and it's really nice. But it does feel notchy. Like you can feel the little notch, almost like a cogwheel. You know what I mean? Like when you turn, it's like... Like the steering wheel is smooth, but the feedback is notchy. For some people, that's a deal breaker. For me, it isn't, because at this price point, you're not going to get anything better. For just a little over 300 Canadian, 240, 250 US dollars is roughly what I paid for this. You're not going to get anything better. And that's already, like, not cheap. But it is considered, like, high-end beginner. Because there are cheaper options, but you definitely don't want to go any cheaper than what I got. Might be easy for me to say, but if you're not willing to spend $250,000 US on a wheel, don't even bother, because the immersion's just not going to be there. Uppercut, Grandma. How you doing? This is American Truck Simulator. We're down there in New Mexico, heading into Albuquerque. That was terrible, whatever the hell that was. I got a new truck, triple axle, big boy right there, my own trailer. Stream wasn't working yesterday when I hit 15K, so I thought that I would do an early morning stream really quick, just do a quick job, and that's pretty much it. New Mexico's talk like minute. Oh, do they? Yeah, that doesn't surprise. That doesn't surprise me. Yay. Yeah. Sorry, I ain't got time for that shit. We delivered a hoe. Literally. It says it right there at the top if you don't believe me. A backhoe delivered from La Cruces to Albuquerque. Yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. That was pretty sweet. Definitely adds an element of challenge. Man, that train is loud. Having your own trailer like that. I don't even know if I know how I would back out. I know that the physics... Hey, how's it going, Ian? You caught me, but for how long? I'm gonna have to go soon. Yeah. Soon-ish. I'm just kind of taking my time here, because I'm parked inside, and that's all fine and dandy. However, I have to remember, when I back out, if I turn my truck a bit to the right, it's going to send my trailer to the left. Oh, boy. So maybe I'll do that. Yeah, so see, these are all the states that I have. There's going to be Wyoming, and there's going to be Texas next year, like I said. Now, I'm Canadian there, boy. Pretty sure that's Colorado. Pretty sure that's Utah. Yeah. New Mexico, Arizona. California on this side. Vancouver, obviously not the one in Canada. It's in Oregon. And then we've got Idaho. At least I think. I'm just kind of guessing. But I think this is Wyoming. I think. Again, I don't stare at the American map. And it's not like, the names are exactly written here. So I'm just kind of going off from memory. But yeah, anyhow, let me try and back this shit up. I might play something else a little less, steering wheel related. Let's see what would happen if I were to start going towards Santa Fe. I would have to back it up. Yeah. Potentially. Yeah, I'll explain that in a moment. Bear with me. So when I back up, I want to go left. This is where it gets complicated. So if I want to go left, that means I want to go right. I know that didn't really sound like it made sense, but it's with my trailer. See, if I start to go right, my trailer goes left. If I start to back up the opposite direction that I want to go in, what do you notice my trailer's doing? Right? It's dipping to the right. That's the magic with trucking. Then you straighten your wheel out once you find the angle, the rate of the angle that you like. Look at me, eh? Talking like I'm some big shot. Turn it to the left, get a sharper angle so I don't back it out in the fence at the top right mirror. Now we're going to start turning our wheel. Oh, piss off. Fucking wanker. Oh. So, you know that whole objects in mirror appear closer than they are? Well, in this case, I thought I had way more distance than I did. Okay, so I botched that one. The concept was right, but I need to brake much quicker with my trailer. Oh boy. Dude, you're in the fucking way. This is where it can get really fucking complicated. Like, how the fuck did you do that? That's some, like, voodoo shit right there. Oh, mamma mia. This is where the challenge is in these games. This is where it is. Seriously? The dude... What the fuck, man? Just like in real life. Look at this fucking prick. It's too bad I don't have one of my weapons from Generation 0, or I'd fucking eliminate that bitch. It's funny because some people in the game now will actually see... Look at this guy. He's just like, fuck you, I'm going through. Alright. I think I'm just gonna do a U-turn. Did you see that shit? But at least I got out. Most of the NPCs in this game are actually pretty smart. They'll back up. They'll let you do your thing. Yeah, so the Generation 0 stuff, I mean, I generally do cover it. If I have time or I'm made aware of an update. It's not a game that's regularly covered on the websites that I follow for the gaming news. So it's one of those things where... There we go, repair. Where I have to go out of my own way to remind myself to look into it often enough. Yeah, let me just go ahead and save the game. Anyhow, you can see how complicated it can be when you have a very long truck and you got a trailer. Right? It's like, holy shit. Like right now, I don't even have it installed. Generation 0. I've got about 500 or 600 hours played on console. I had it on Xbox One, PlayStation. Then I more recently got it on PC. I haven't played since you can see there, November of last year. Uh, yeah, see letter from the development, April 30th. There doesn't appear to have been any updates yet. But I mean, if I notice it, right, and I actually consciously like click on it, and sometimes when I go to my games here, it'll be like, hey, check this out. This was recently updated or whatever. I can kind of go, oh, okay. And then I'll click on it, talk about it. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not bored of the game. It's just one of those things where there's new games that come out all the time. Do you know what I mean? Like what came out recently? Hitman. Well, look at Hitman now. Where's Hitman? That's pretty much dead in the water, not forever. But there's always something to talk about. Then Outriders came out. Now Resident Evil Village is coming out. Do you know what I mean? Like there's always something. MLB The Show came out. It's like boom, boom, boom. Now here I am playing a 6-year-old game, American Truck Simulator, but that's different. Or when I'm playing World of Warcraft, a 17-year-old game. Well, because at that point, those are what I call my fallback games, what I fall back on in between regularly scheduled AAA games, right? Or indies. And that's where I could potentially go back to Hitman, go back to Generation Zero, if I just felt like going back to play with it. But when you look at my computer, okay, let's have a good laugh here. So I have a third hard drive that you can't see because I unplugged it, mechanical drive. And it's on the fritz, if that's the term. It's on its way out. And what'll end up happening is when it has a hard time reading, it can actually bog my computer down. I recently bought a 2 terabyte external supersonic SSD. It costs $400 Canadian for my PS5. The hard drive cost almost as much as the console, not including the money I'm going to spend to upgrade the NVMe internal, not taking into consideration the money that I'm going to need to spend to buy a new computer. From what you can tell from my 2 hard drives, they are piss fucking small. I have a SSD that's about 7 years old. This used to be my main hard drive for just my, like that whole operating system thing. People do 2 hard drives, right? One for just the Windows, and then the other one's for like all your games and shit. But then I decided to swap out, treat myself to a 1 terabyte. I got this fairly cheap a while ago. I decided not to throw this one out, and I called it YouTube because my 4 terabyte laptop size hard drive is on the way out. So I started just putting all my YouTube shit in there. As you can tell, it doesn't take up a lot of room. But a 1 terabyte, I mean, it's still bigger than my. Let that sink in for a minute. This hard drive is like about half a decade old. And it's still bigger than the one inside my PlayStation 5. But it adds up really quick. As you can see, I literally have like no room. So when you see all these games that I really like Borderlands, Cyberpunk, Generation Zero, and you're wondering, oh, how come he doesn't have those installed? That's why. Because I would have to get rid of another game that I play more often, like State of Decay, Resident Evil, Mountain Blade, and all that kind of stuff, or Hunter Call of the Wild, which can be a really fun game. This I want to get more into, but my computer can't run it. There's these oddball games that come out now and again that just don't work well on my computer. I can play Cyberpunk on day one with no updates, and I'm not trying to be funny. A stock Cyberpunk 2077 with no updates runs better on my computer than Valheim. Exactly. So, might have to spend some money and get myself another hard drive. And I'm not too excited about that. But that's where I would be more likely to cover Generation Zero more. Maybe play it a little bit more often. Maybe do some co-op here and there. But yeah, it's kind of hard to say. when I'll get back into it. But it is a fun game. It's got a lot of replay value. Enemies always respawn. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't end. My only pet peeve with the game is that it takes place in Sweden, which is okay. But like Yellowknife, where I used to live in the Northwest Territories near Alaska, it takes place around November, December. So your days are going to be super short and your nights are going to be super long. And I have to admit, that kind of hampens my fun a little bit of the game. However, I don't know if you noticed, Ian, if you're still here and I haven't put you to sleep yet. Is it me, or are the nights not as dark anymore? They're not as like, oh my God, I need a flashlight just to see my feet. Like, I feel like nighttime is a lot more vision friendly. I was trying to think of the term there, but anyhow. Yeah. Let me do something really quick since I'm here before I go. So let me know what you think of that if you're still in here. And for the people that are in here, is anybody getting, can't even speak, Resident Evil Village? Anybody plan on picking that up? And did you see my video on the trainer that gives you unlimited playtime? It's beautiful. I've been playing around with different settings. I understand. Thought I might just ask. Oh, yeah, no, that's cool. Did you still play Generation Zero, like, quite a bit? Like, is that still one of your regular games that you go to play? I mean, I still have some unfinished business in Generation Zero because there's some weapons that I want to get that I have not gotten. Let me see what time it is. Yeah, it's almost 6 o'clock. Yeah, I've been streaming for an hour. And here I was saying, oh, yeah, this will be a short stream. And it ended up being one of my regularly scheduled streams. But it's nice to see that I get just as many people in the live stream at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning than I do at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So sometimes when I wake up this early, if I have an hour to spare, I might stream a little bit more often in the morning. Yeah, Generation Zero is a lot of fun. Just talking about it almost making me want to play it. Because I do know that the update that's going to be coming out is going to be pretty intense. There's going to be like some kind of base building or something like that. I forget exactly what it is. Yeah, to our resistance update, right? Soviet weapons pack. We've got some mixed news for you. Uh-oh. You might have heard some news already. We're sad to share that the Xbox delay for the resistance will be somewhat prolonged. Selfishly, whatever. So the Xbox will be delayed. Oh, the end of May. Oh, well, that's not too bad. We're already the first week of May. Viewers of Steam also get the chance to see a demo of our new base building. That's cool. Hmm. No, I stopped after the island update and waited till this. Oh, okay. Oh, so you kind of like played for a bit like I do. New update comes out, you get back into it, take a break, yeah. I have no clue what to play nowadays, and I'm having issues getting my PS5. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, you were supposed to get that pretty soon. But anyhow, once I get some money, I'm going to buy another hard drive. Probably going to buy another SSD. I'm probably not going to go berserk and buy a 4 terabyte. I'm probably just going to buy. I'm probably just going to buy like a 2 terabyte or something like that. A 2 terabyte, I think, would be really, really nice. And then what I'll do is I'll unload most of the games that are on here do the whole thing with the split hard drives. But yeah. Yeah, I think for now I'm gonna take a break, come back in like 12 hours from now. Because I'm gonna go for a walk, I'm gonna jog, I'm gonna do my P90X, I'm gonna have breakfast, I'm gonna play guitar, I'm gonna clean up, do some yard work, take my dogs for a walk. Do you know what I mean? That shit's gonna take like hours, right? Because like I said before, I try very hard to not just spend all day at the computer playing games. But yeah, real quick before I go, what issues are you having with getting your PS5? Because I think you were supposed to get it on Friday or something like that. And then while you tell me that, I'm just going to quickly look through any of my other games that I like to see what else I could play at some point. Yeah, these are pretty fun games, actually. I still haven't tried the demo for the motorcycle one that's coming out. Oh, I forgot I own Fallout 76 on PC. Huh, I kind of like that game. See, it kind of helps when I look at my games. Sometimes I forget what I even have. Grim Dawn's a lot of fun. I'm going to hit the reminder in the future because I'm in Australia. Oh, nice. You are in Australia. Cool. That's what I love about YouTube, eh? Well, just, I mean, like the whole social networking. It's just so cool to meet people from different parts of the world. Outlaw Mason, South Africa. You're from Australia. Uh, I got that one from Japan. A person from Germany, the US. Well, most people come from the US that like watch my streams, I mean. Hello, Brandon. Where are you from? We're on that whole topic of like where people are from. But it's so cool though, to just come to one place and it's like people are literally spread out all over the globe. It's kind of cool. Because like I said before, it's boring when people are like, hey, I'm from Canada too. It's like, great. Tell me something about my country I don't know. You know what I mean? Whereas like different countries, they got, different ways of doing shit. And that's what's really fun to check out. Okay, good. I'll be requiring your XY coordinates shortly. No, I'm just kidding. Guy comes in the stream. Where are you from right now? You're from upstate New York City. Or New York State. Well, little fun fact. I was born 7 minutes away from Messina, New York State. If you know where Messina is. Messina is a place that I used to go to quite often to go shopping. Mind you, this was a few decades ago, probably before you were born. But Messina, New York was beautiful. It was like there just wasn't too much shit going on in terms of population and all that kind of stuff. I mean, cops still pulled you over with their guns drawn, but, nothing new there. I remember my dad was going like 5 miles an hour over the limit. 5 miles an hour? Yeah, like next to nothing. So I think in like a 60 zone, my dad was doing 65. Heaven forbid. Got pulled over. I'll never forget it. I was a young teenager. I remember dudes get out of the car. Put your hands outside the window, boy, where I could see them. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, I felt like I was in a movie. I'd never seen that shit. I'd been pulled over in Canada. I've been arrested in Canada for doing shit you're not supposed to be doing. And I've never even had guns drawn on me. But go to the States, go 5 miles over the fucking limit, and they're just ready to fire. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's not standard protocol for pulling someone over. Now, granted, we had Canadian plates on, So maybe they didn't like us, Canadians. And I think at the time we were living in Montreal. So we may have had Quebec plates on, so they, you know, maybe thought we were exporting frogs or something. I don't know. Frog's legs or something. But it was pretty wild. Is that out near Buffalo? Well, you know what? Because I'm weird, and that's just the kind of streams I do. I don't mind chatting for a few more minutes. I don't feel like playing a game. That's where I kind of, draw the line. Da, 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 da. Messina. It's a town in New York State. It's right there. Well, that narrows it down. Seriously? Apparently, Messina's a person. I know John Cena's a person. Let's do. For real? I mean, there's Buff. I mean, that's kind of a shitty map there. But it's basically northwest of Burlington. It's directly north of Syracuse. Everybody knows where Syracuse is. I mean, there's New York City right there. What's with all the small little shit maps? All right. Let's zoom in on this. So there's Messina. There's New York City right here. Oh, nice. Yeah, for real. That's why you don't know where it is. It's got Ina from Cena, just with an S. It's masked. John Cena is the mayor of Messina. Oh my God, that was cringy. But that's what happens when you're on 4 hours of sleep and you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, anyhow, Messina's right there, and New York is right here. And then, well, you could see it right here. Syracuse is. Fuck this map. But yeah, there's Buffalo, Toronto. Yeah, anyways, so I was born near there, just like literally over the water. It's very close to Canada. A. But yeah. Yippers. Yeah, I know. But I didn't look like this though. I looked more neutral. I didn't have skulls on my beanie and tattoos and all that shit. But yeah, it's pretty wild how some things happen down there. Not to shit on the States or anything. I like the States geographically. Just, in the weather and stuff like that. Well, except for where all the fucking tornadoes and hurricanes happen due to climate change. But, in general, what I like about the States compared to Canada, and Canadians don't like this when I say this, but I don't fucking give a shit. It's how I feel, right? Not going to feel bad for how I feel. But the United States climate, like the geographic layout, I need more sleep, is a little bit more diverse. Whereas in Canada, it doesn't really matter where you go. I mean, yes, there's changes from provinces to provinces, kind of like from states to states. Like California doesn't exactly look like fucking North Carolina, right? But I don't find it's as drastic from what I remember, because I've driven across Canada. And I mean, it was fun. It was nice. But I mean, anywhere you drive is nice. Trees are trees, right? But I find in the States, it's a little bit more drastic. I'll give you an example. You're in Florida, you know, alligators and shit. fucking palm trees, wild 5-foot lizards running around. No winter. None. You're like in the tropics, for fuck's sakes. Drive 4 or 5 hours north, and all of a sudden, oh, there's an extra season or two that you can see. The palm trees are gone. The alligators are gone. Now it's fucking snowing. What the hell is this shit? That's what I'm getting at. Like it's, you know what I mean? You want it to be a little bit humid. You want some really dry, hot climate. Move to Death Valley, fucking California. That's a real place, right? It's also where the Undertaker is apparently from for his gimmick. But Death Valley is an actual real place. I remember as a kid watching wrestling when I was super young and The Undertaker had just come out. This was like back in 1991. That was a long time ago. And Howard Finkel was like, from Death Valley, The Undertaker. And I was like, Death Valley. Yeah, okay. Right? I was like, I'm not buying that one. I was like, who would be fucking dumb enough to name a place Death Valley? And it's not like Google exactly existed in fucking 1991. The internet didn't even really exist back then. Like, do you know what I mean? It was like mainly for military use. And then I looked it up one day, Death Valley. I was like, oh shit on a stick. That's an actual place in California. And now I know why it's called Death Valley. 'Cause it's always so fucking hot. And there's always drought warnings and shit like that that nobody really lives there. Oh, you like wrestling or know who he is? 10 out of 10 do not recommend grinding Dynasty for 24 hours straight. I am so MLB'd out right now. It's insane and more stuff comes out today. Really? More stuff is coming out for MLB The Show? Like an update? I'll have to check that out. Because that's predominantly what my channel's about now. It's keeping up with gaming news, shit that actually gets me views on my channel. I joke about this all the time, but it's such a true statement. I get a lot more views talking about a video game than I do actually playing the game I'm talking about. It's kind of funny how that works out. But yeah. Yeah, 6 o'clock on the dot. I'm going to head out, get ready for my day. Also figure out what I'm going to do for YouTube, like throughout the day. Anytime game updates come out, I've got like 3-4 different websites that I consult with. They don't all share the same shit, right? And I'm kind of like the person in the middle that grabs a little bit from here, a little bit from there. Like some websites will talk about Generation Zero. Most places usually don't. Because the game, not to be rude, is generally not like relevant enough for them that they're not going to cover every single game. Like when the Long Dark gets updated, I don't really know anybody who covers this shit. Right? They'll cover like your Fallouts and that kind of shit and maybe Borderlands and you know what I mean? Things like American Truck Simulator, uh Generation Zero, Grim Dawn, right? They're not going to talk about that. So, I try to do that and I'm trying to be like that one source of gaming news that talks about the more popular games, but the one-offs as well that I do appreciate that not a lot of other people may talk about. Dudley Boys, yeah. Oh, nice. Oh, thank you for letting me know. I mean, I probably would have come across it anyways, but now pay extra attention to that and be on the lookout for that. Yeah. Well, thanks for stopping by. Like I said, I'll be back in about 11 hours. It is now 6 a.m. Eastern Time. I'll probably be back between 5 and 6 p.m. Eastern Time, give or take somewhere around that time frame, assuming YouTube lets me live stream. Like I said, sometimes it just says it's not available and there's fuck all I can do about it. And yeah, I'm probably going to actually play some baseball. I want to practice reading the pitch to find a good spot when to hit the ball because I keep getting pop-ups all the time. I keep hitting the ball right to the outfielders and it's like I'm just giving them the ball. So it's fucking frustrating. I either get a home run or I just smack it right to an outfielder. There's no in between. And the ball always goes soaring up in the sky. So I don't know if I need to change my kind of hitting so that I have a little bit more control. I have it on Pro Stick, but I find it's kind of super hard to get a good hit to where it doesn't go to someone directly in their fucking mitt. Like, what? That's what I kind of don't like about baseball. I find there's a lot of luck involved, like buying a lotto scratch ticket. There's like, I feel like there isn't like a lot of skill. In the real world, I've played baseball in the junior leagues back in the 80s. And of course, you can read the ball and, right, you can kind of, within reason, sort of choose where the ball's going to go based on how you hit it. I don't know if MLB The Show in a video game sense allows you that much control. I don't know if like the physics allows that much control, if that makes any sense, over how you hit the ball so that you can make it a lot less likely for you to hit pop-ups so that you can hit the ball more directly out. Do you know what I mean by that? I don't know if that's even possible. Play on strike zone. 2 camera angle, it is easier to see the break. Oh, okay. Because before I go, I play basketball. Like video game wise. Basketball, soccer, hockey, wrestling, Skater XL, all these different sports. Football. But baseball is the hardest one for me. It is just like insane. 90% of my hits are either fouls, home runs, or I hit directly to an outfielder. I feel like, you know, it's frustrating, right? And I feel like the AI does the same thing too. I feel like the AI is just as shitty as I am at hitting the ball. But I've played baseball. I've watched baseball. Real life, people hit the ball better. If you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. Maybe it's some of the settings I need to play with, some of the sliders, but then you can't have XP if you change the sliders, which I think is fucking stupid. It kind of does if you play with PCI. If you land the ball directly in the middle of your PCI, depending on type of hitter you have, it will help make solid contacts and better. Oh, okay. I don't use PCI. Does that make sense? PCI is that like triple dot thing, and you can kind of like. I have it on Pro Stick, so I think with Pro Stick it's automatic. If do you know what I mean by that? Like I don't have to worry about like where in the box the ball is being thrown. It's just about hitting the ball at the proper timing, like if it's too late or too early, kind of thing. Maybe that's my issue. I don't know. I'll have to play around with it, I guess. Strike zone 2 camera angle. Yeah, I might have to try that. Yeah, I was completely against it at first until I got used to it. Really? You too. Take it easy. Now you're making me want to go in there and check it out. I might do that in a minute. So, what's the batting style that you use? Well, hold on a second. Let me do this really quick. I'm not actually going to play. So, let's not get too excited. That little sound you heard is actually normal. For my PS5, at least when I turn it on, it always does that. There's a bit of a delay. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to close this and reopen it super quick. It'll break the stream for a sec. 1 moment. Oh, really? All right. It would help if... Let me switch over. Like, I mean, you can see what I'm doing. I'm saying let me do it on my TV, change my input. I'm not going to actually play a game. I just want to make sure you see what I'm talking about.
Hey everyone, Dan Plezak here, and welcome to the show.
All right, so let's say I won't do Road to the Show. I'll do my franchise that I've been playing. I'll show you what I mean. Well, pitcher I have no problems with. Pitching is easy. I'm not saying I'm good at it, but I mean I understand it. It's pretty basic.
This has got to be the hardest raid we've seen all afternoon.
Again, he sends it out of play.
See what I mean? Even the AI is not that great at hitting the ball. But I don't know if that's normal. I don't remember baseball being that fucking slow. I mean, most major league baseball players, they're able to hit... I mean, I could hit the ball better in real life. So it's kind of confusing. I fucked that up. I'm trying to get to the bat there.
When you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit, or at least force him out of the game.
Well, there it is. This one is going to be delayed as the crew chief has made the call to suspend action.
You know, Matt, I just get the feeling this isn't going to be a very long delay, and we do have some clearing skies, so I think both of these guys possibly will go back.
Anyways, I was trying to hurry to get the bat.
And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. He's newly entered into the
Charlie
ballgame, so
Brown.
this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7.
Oops, too early.
Here's one that misses high. It's one
Too early, high, too late, low. I hate that bullshit at the top of his name. Just give me a second here. Yes, it's on rookie, I get that. Pitching, fielding. Throwing meter, fielding decision. Throwing decision. No, fuck that. Offensive shift. I'm trying to get rid of that thing where it tells me what base I should throw it at. Throwing meter. No. What? The game will move your fielder a few steps towards the ball before giving you control. I never fucking asked for that. Oh, I don't have a choice. What? I can't turn that shit off? Throwing decision. When set to on, which mine is off, the CPU will automatically throw the ball for... Yeah, fuck that. Set the desired view angle for balls hit while in defense. Use. Throw canceling. Turn the ability to cancel a throw before it's made. To cancel a throw, you can either select the throw to a different location or double tap. I find that screws me up sometimes where I accidentally cancel the throw. I might actually have to turn that off. Auto information jump. Turn the infielder's automatic jump reaction to on or off. When off, infielders will not immediately react and jump when needed on line drive. This indicator displays the ball's actual landing spot. It will drift more or less based on a fielder's fielding attribute. I can't get the shit off. The one thing that annoys me is the check swing mechanic in this game. I strike out more times from check swings than anything. Oh, yeah, for sure. Defensive shift. Set your defensive shift responsibility. When auto, the AI will call for defensive shifts in the appropriate situation. On manual, must call for all the shift by off the wall ribbon. I'm not getting... Oh, there it is. It's under general. Set weather to see helpful on-field displays. This feature, if this option is off, also. Fielding aids. No, that's not it. Anybody in here able to tell me how I can get rid of that bullshit at the top of my fielding player? I don't want to see the recommendation. I know I saw it somewhere. It's where it recommends where you should, what base you should throw the ball at, and I don't want that. Select to turn. Optimal path for the ball in play. Ah, right there. It's under general. I just found it. Fourth option down. Base for play icon. Select to turn the base for play icon on or off. When on, the base for play icon will suggest where you should throw the ball. Fuck you. Watch, watch. Assuming I don't strike him out.
As he takes a cold strike on the black, it's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Sinker, and this one's over as well. 0-2 now.
You got to go into battle mode after falling down 0-2 and find a way to work yourself back to even.
You're out.
Struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and
But that's how you do it. I said I wasn't going to play, but... See? I'm at bat now. This is pro stick. I shouldn't have swung for that.
So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Mays connects and sends it deep to left. Looking up is Dahl. That one is out of here. This game is tied.
Well, it's obvious they didn't change their scouting report after yesterday's game.
I got a flex there.
And another one today.
But
This pace can't continue.
that doesn't really necessarily mean I knew what I was doing to have that happen.
Hit well again down the right field line. And this is going to get down for what should be extra bases. And there's your potential go-ahead run. And your go-ahead run is in at second base with nobody out. He's got himself.
But the point is, I still need to learn how to make it less likely to get pop-ups, even though I got a home run there and a half-decent hit. A lot of that, to be honest, was probably luck. You're saying batting. Oh, let me guess, I can't change it while I'm in-game? That's probably it. So, what... Oh, is it? I just have it on the default. The show 16. You said strike zone 2. I don't know if I'm gonna like that, though. I am pretty... Oh my god. For real? That's how you play? Is this how you play? With the crotch in the face?
Takes this the other way to right, and that's in there, base hit. And
Is that how you play? Strike zone 2? That's how you play, right? Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Yeah. I wish I could see it from a bird's eye view. So I could see the ball going over, if that makes any sense. It might even be high. Oh, yeah, I can't see the plate. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play with this. Oh, there. Strike zone high. There we go. Strike zone 3. 2. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. You like it like that. Offset. Retro. Zoom. Yeah, I think that's how I had it. But you can also custom it. Yeah, I'll have to do this on my own. In-play view defense. I don't edit the camera. There we go. You know, even something like this. Oh, you can't go higher than that. That's kind of fucked. See? I like that you have so much control, though. Whoops. Come on. There, you can zoom like that. Oh, yeah. You can really, like, look at that. You can really, like, sometimes I don't like it like that. It's too flat. I kind of like it because you get a little bit better depth, right? And then if you want, oh, that's too far, well, then there you go. You could zoom it right in like that so you get like a nice, anyways, you know what I mean. You can even edit the pitch meter to move it. But yeah, like for example, you like strike zone 2. So let's say you're in strike zone 2, but you wish you could be a bit further back to see the plate a bit. You can even change the angle without even changing the zoom. See, I would like it a little bit more like that. But now we can't see the plate as much, so now you can zoom out just a smidgen. Kind of like, you know what I mean? So you're still like really close. But anyways, you can make it your own, is what I mean. You can really fine tune where you can have it. And that is one thing I love about this game, because everybody has a different preference, right? Me, I like no, not offset. Oh, yeah, for sure. Like some people, you know, like that. I could never hit the ball like that. Like to me, that's absolutely crazy. But I like that the option is there. It's all about options, right? Yeah, see me, I kind of like, you know, something like this. Well, I'm not good at sports, but like to me, I like to be able to see my player too. You know, like that's with the bat. I'm kind of big on that. So, you know, so like something like that, so I could still see the bat, break the angle off, and then I can just save it custom to the show 16. Now I can exit. There we go. I mean, I didn't hit the ball properly, but that's not the point. I kind of feel like I got a bit more depth because I Anyways, you can quickly see why I don't really like... Oh, Mickey Mantle. He normally swings left.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the center fielder.
That brings up Mickey Mantle. So send the first
Oh
one he
my
sees on the
God,
ground
that
to
was
second.
awful.
And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done
So I
as
start
the
off with a
side is
home run.
retired.
There, that's the angle that I would have liked. Bird's eye view. Makes it easier to see the ball coming. I think retro mode allows for that.
Leading off for the Rangers,
Oh, it fucked up my, are you kidding? Why did it change my... Oh, that was my batting view. But that shouldn't affect how I pitch. Ah. I had my pitcher perfect. See, I don't like it on an angle like that. Pitcher center. Yeah, I suppose. I thought I had a custom one. I guess not. Anyways, as you can tell, I'm gonna have to play around with this. See, because I'm anal, I kind of like things sort of, I don't know. I just love the level of control that you get. Like I said, it's pretty amazing. Like I can go to pitcher center, right? And then if I don't like the angle, I can just push up. I mean, that's obviously too much for me. I mean, I don't like it that much. But, you know, again, zoom out. You can zoom in. And then just kind of... You know, sort of like that. I don't mind that. Anyways, I'm just playing around there, but just to kind of show you. There we go.
the shortstop.
I mean, I might change it there. This was just
Plate now, Charlie Culberson.
to kind of show you.
Also come up empty that
Yeah, I don't
time.
mind that too much.
Strike one.
That way, if the
Really
pitcher's
needs a
left-handed or
hero for
right-handed...
3 in the game so far. That's in there, and he's deep.
Anyways, you can see that I do much better pitching than I do batting. Batting, I told you, home run, foul, or I just don't know how to hit the ball. But I do love baseball. But I feel like, I don't know, man. It's weird for me. Like the whole reading the ball thing. And do you believe, Brandon, that you can learn to read the ball better? Oh, wait, the baseball type. I forgot to ask you this whole time. What type of, where is it? What type of batting do you do? Hitting interface. Do you do pure analog? Do you do zone? Directional? Pure analog, zone, or directional? Which one do you think allows more control? Something tells me it's the zone, but I think that one's a lot harder too. I think he's going to say zone. Right. Well, there we go. It's on zone. But anyways, I'll have to do this on my own there. But, yeah, Road to the Show kind of disappointed me a little bit. How you have to be connected to the internet. And when you're not connected to the internet, or you lose server connection, you don't get your equipment with your stats, which I think is fucking stupid. Like, I absolutely think that's ridiculous. But, you know, they really made it too much of a online thing, which is stupid because, again, Road to the Show is a single player experience. Diamond Dynasty is your online shit. Keep them fucking separate. But, you know, what do I know about making a game, right? They know what's best for business, apparently. Yeah, it was. But I mean, I mainly play franchise, so I guess for me it didn't matter too much. But yeah. Well, I stayed an extra half hour. That was some bonus footage for my VIPs for the 15K sub party. Because, like I said, I'm not going to have another one of those titles until I hit 20,000. I don't think, like I said, I'm going to bother with 16, 17, 18. Yeah. It was different when I went from 1,000 to 2,000, right? Because effectively I was doubling my subscriber count. Going from 15,000 to 16,000 is like, that's like a month and a half worth of subs. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to get all excited about that all the time. But yeah, thanks for letting me know that there's an update coming. I'm going to pay close attention to that today. And yeah, I think I'm going to try and go and work out now before I completely lose all my energy. And then I might play some more Resident Evil Village on PC. I think I am going to end up buying the game on PlayStation because I'm going to be playing the PS4 version of the game. Again, I don't know if people get confused by that. Why would I want to play the PS4 version of the game on a PS5? Because I don't care about ray tracing. I want the full 60 FPS experience. The PlayStation 5 version forces you to play it at 4K. I don't give a fuck about 4K. And I don't have a 4K TV. I had one and I brought it back the same day. Like, I don't care about 4K. HDR, things like that, that's what I care about. And high graphical fidelity settings, ambient occlusion, anisotropic filtering, texture filtering, right? Chromatic aberration, all those technical graphical settings. If you crank those up on PC to ultra at 1080p, I will guarantee you both my nuts I can make a 1080p game look way better than 4K. I know a lot of people are like, did he just fucking say that? Did he also say he's only on 4 hours of sleep? Because again, on console, you don't get to choose all those settings that I just listed. 4K is just the resolution. Well, what if the shadows are on low? What if dynamic lighting is on low? But it's 4K, right? That's what I'm getting at. When you have ray tracing on the console, you don't even get to choose these settings. There's like 6 different fucking ray tracing settings on PC. You have way more finer control. So, yeah. Plus, on a 1080p panel, 4K isn't going to look 4K. I don't even think it upscales it. So I won't even really truly see the 4K. But if you're on a 1080p panel, the PS5 version is overkill. You're only going to get 45 frames a second with the ray tracing because you can't turn off the 4K. If there was a 1080p version with the ray tracing, and it would have been able to do it at 60, which I know it can. Why? Because my 7-year-old computer can do it. I can run the PC version of the game better than my PS5. Not because the PS5 is not capable, because the settings aren't there. There's not as much flexibility. And that's what pisses me off about consoles, is that restriction. The power's there, but not when it comes to your options that are made at your disposal. So the PS4 version of the game runs at 1080p, 60 FPS. Plain and simple. That's all my TV can do anyways. So, right? Does that make sense as to why I wouldn't play the PS5 version? Unless I was hung up on ray tracing, which I'm not. Again, I'm more hung up on getting that extra 15 frames per second than I am getting ray tracing. I know I ramble on a lot, but yeah. But yeah, again, thanks, Brandon, and everybody else that stopped by. I'm going to play around with zone a bit more and just kind of, try and get used to it. And maybe that way, reading the ball. And I mean, will just come with time, right? Again, if you swing too early, right, you'll hit the ground more or whatever. If you swing too late, more of a pop up. Try to read that ball a little bit better and hopefully being able to get even like the direction from left to right. I don't want to hit right in the middle. Obviously, I don't want to hit to the far left or far right. I want to try to hit like in between the outfielders, right? And not super high or low, but kind of like more centered, right? So that your ball goes quicker and it makes the outfielders have to work for catching the ball, hence increasing your chances of you actually being able to make it to fucking first base, right? To me, hitting the ball isn't the issue. It's making it so that they can't catch the damn ball and throw it to first. That's what pisses me off about baseball. But yeah. All right. I shall be back between 5 and 6 Eastern time tonight.